welcome everybody. You know who we got on here today? We've got the gentlemen that are killing it out here in Florida. You might recognize these gentlemen taking over the whole United States now. They're even in my backyard. They're working in Texas, and they have something amazing that they're launching. I think anybody can benefit from this. I'm actually gonna join forces with them, and I'm gonna join their mastermind. But yeah, I'll just let them tell you about it. But yeah, welcome, gentlemen. We got Deandre, the man, the myth, the legend, and Jeffrey Altidort. What's up, guys?
What's going on, Ant? What's going on, Daniel? Thank you for having us.
Hey, what's going on, guys? What's going on?
I knew you guys were up to something big because y'all were awfully quiet for a minute.
Yes, sir.
So tell us what you guys got going on, man. What's new, and let's get right into it. You know, what are you guys working on right now?
Yeah, Jeff, you can start.
Yeah, Anthony. So right now, we've actually launched our first wholesaling land community. It's kind of like a course/community where we're showing everybody our technique that we've been able to use and make a lot of money off of, and wholesaling land has honestly changed our lives, me and Deandre. And we just want to give back to everybody out there that's been hitting us up, asking us, hey, when are you guys gonna, drop a group? And here it is, right? The group is here now. And we're showing everybody our technique on how to, make minimum up to 5 to 10K a month, right? But with wholesaling land, there's no cap to how much you can make. You know what I mean? It's definitely all up to you. But we've been able to create this group and really just come out here and provide value to everybody, because I feel like everybody should know what wholesaling land is, right? Especially to everybody out there that's looking to get into real estate. There's a lot of people out there, following the wholesaling tradition, the traditional wholesaling, which is, I guess wholesaling houses, right? Everybody here wholesaling, they saying, oh my God, I want to learn how to flip a house. I want to learn how to flip a house, not knowing that the house that they're looking at, right, that they're driving by, right, they're driving by plenty of vacant land when they're looking at these houses, not knowing that, hey, they're leaving so much money on the table. And that's where we come in, right, where we show these guys and everybody else our strategy with, how to find these vacant land and make tons of money off of it.
Amazing, man. Yeah. So, what's your average wholesale fee on these builder lots?
So right now, for me, my team has been killing it as of lately. So on these infill lots right now, we're averaging about, I want to say, 7 to 8K per spread on these lots. And right now, I have a team full of 6 people. I have actually 4 American callers, and these guys have been killing it. Right now, I have over 30 deals in escrow with 150K loading next month. So hopefully all of these deals close. And we're using the best CRM in the business, which is the Hive Mind, baby. So we wouldn't have been able to close this much deals and lock up this much deals without the Hive. So kudos to Anthony and Daniel for creating this platform, creating this CRM, this beast, where we've been able to pump out so much leads and make a ton of money off of. So, like I said, guys, the deals wouldn't have been made without you guys. So I 100% appreciate you guys for
creating this. Congrats to you guys, man. That is crazy. 30 deals in escrow. You know what? I'll tell you right now. I think everybody knows it. I've never had 30 deals in escrow. That's freaking insane. Wow. Absolutely freaking killing it, dude. That's amazing.
Yeah, and it's actually my highest month right now. Last month I came off another 6-figure month, but this month next month is actually going to be probably the most I've ever made in a month off vacant land. So I'm pretty excited, and the team is still growing, guys. I'm still looking for other people out there that wants to join the journey with me and be a part of something special. But right now, I'm just staying down and staying true to the grind and continue to keep building.
Boom. So 6-figure months, man, that's amazing. That's another one we get to add to the list. I mean, we're in double digits soon, man. That's crazy. Congratulations, though. So let's answer some questions about like what qualifies an info lot, because a lot of people they think like what like is it half acre or less than an acre to 5 acres, or like what's the parameters of what is the info lot? What makes sense of that?
Well, generally speaking, we go for the infill lots, which is vacant land that's already vacant land that's already within the subdivision. So you may see a house and then you see another house and then you'll see a vacant lot. So that's basically what infill lot is. A piece of land that's in a subdivision, it's the same size as every other property that's there. And it's buildable, So and generally it can range because in different areas, like when you get closer, I'm speaking for South Florida. When you get closer to downtown, infill lot can be 3,000 square feet. You could build a duplex on a 3,000 square foot lot, very tiny. And then in some areas, you need at least 10,000 square feet or 7,500 square feet to build. So infill lot it can start from 3,500 square feet all the way up to an acre. Some infill lots, they start at an acre. So it all really depends on the community or the area you decide to wholesale or find the vacant land in. It's like, hey, this is considered an infill lot in this city, but over here it's considered acreage. So it depends on the area. But if you find a piece of land that's in the subdivision with properties already, that's an infill lot.
Yeah, and believe it or not, guys, my actual first wholesale land deal was actually a 3,500 square foot lot in Miami, where I had it under contract for 40K and I was able to assign it for 45. And I could have made 55, but since it was my first deal, I was trying to like see if this was real, see if it was true, but I was able to make 5K off a 3,500 square foot lot. It was a little piece of lot, dude. It was just like, whoa, I couldn't believe it. And I was like, wow, I can't believe people are buying this dirt for this much money. And that's when everything just clicked. Everything just clicked and it made sense. And it was just like, yo, land is the way to go.
So I don't know if you guys talk about quick little story. So I don't know if you guys know, my first deal was actually infill lot in Florida that I've never seen to this day. I made $6,000 on it. So infill lot.
Same here, Daniel. And you know what's crazy? I probably live 30, 35 minutes away from that property I flipped, and I've never drove over there. Guys, we do everything completely virtual. It's completely virtual. Me and Deandre, we're not getting in our cars, with the gas prices now at $6 a gallon. No, we're not doing that, guys. Right? We're doing virtual, right? Everything is virtual, whether we have to drive for dollars virtually or whether, we like to pull a list, right? But we don't need the comfort of our home when doing these deals.
So you're telling me in Biden's economy, you're doing deals virtually?
Oh yeah,
yes. 100%.
100%.
Fun ever.
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir.
That's something that I wanted to touch on real quick because I know a lot of people that are either already in wholesaling or looking at wholesaling. But it's like what you said, man, is that you're driving to go look at this house, right? You got to look in there. You got to look in the dirty house and the fleas and the roof's falling in. You don't know if it's structurally sound, right? There's people living in it, right? And squatters. And this stuff, we don't even have to look at it, right? So
we don't.
That's amazing, man. That's crazy. So I know you guys are working in the Florida market, but now you're taking on students and mentees from all over the country, right? So tell us a little bit about the mastermind.
So just I'll start and then I'll let Jeff go. So just a little bit about you can call it like all the above. It's like a mastermind / community group, support group, a course. You can kind of put all of it together. But in this group, we're just teaching the niche. We're showing others how to wholesale vacant land and showing them how to flip infill lots for quick cash, 5 to 10K or maybe more. Like Jeff said, we've been doing it for a while, so we want to share this information with everybody, and because it could be beneficial. There are a lot of people out there that they want to learn this information. Like everybody has a course to sell, everybody has a course, everybody has something to sell, but it's like, hey, what can we come out with that can be affordable for everybody, where everyone can do it, and then it's your results are going to reflect directly on your action. It's like, okay, and by the way, it's only $149.99 a month, so $150 a month, right? Which is very affordable, very cheap. I think it's too cheap, but we had to think about the majority of people and the help that they need, because like Jeff said, I can apply with him. Like I received several DMs, Instagram, Facebook, people texting me like, "Hey, when are you gonna start a group? Need some help?" Or they'll just flood my DMs with questions like real estate questions. Host, hey, how can I get into land? Do you have a course? Do you have a group? Like it was just the same questions over and over again. So it was Jeff's idea. So I was like, you know what, let's do it. I came along with him, and we decided to do the group together. But yeah, so it's all the above: community, mastermind, course, where they're going to be learning the strategy.
Yeah, and the thing about these groups compared to others, we hold our students accountable, right? And we want to make sure that the students that is in our group, right, they're watching the videos that we're dropping in the group, right? We're making sure that they're looking at all the resourceful links that we're giving them, right? Because at the end of the day, like Deandre said, right, anybody can get the information from us, but it's all about taking action at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And the reason why I love wholesaling land so much compared to these houses, right, is because when I first got into the house game, it was pretty tough for me, guys. I'm gonna be honest. I never closed a house deal to this day, and it took me about 4 to 5 months to actually get my first deal, which was a land deal. But man, when I was in a house game, man, it was just so cutthroat, right? And and you're dealing with sharks out here, guys, right? You're dealing with guys that's spending 70 to 100K in marketing to go after these houses, right? So when you're going after these houses, I'm like the 20th person to like knocking this dude's door, like, hey, do you want to sell to me? But it's like, they're already under contract. It's too late, right? As far as to wholesaling infill lots, I'm probably like the first or second person to these guys, right? And if I make a good enough offer, it's right then and there, signed, sealed deal. Which I love info lots because to me it's just a lot more easier than houses, man. It's a lot more easier.
So let's cover reverse wholesaling, which is your whole strategy. How does that work, and how do you make good deals all the time? Because
this is genius.
Because you guys are geniuses. Yeah, can you guys cover reverse wholesaling?
Yeah, so that's basically what it's called. It's called reverse wholesaling. So we basically get in contact with the buyers, agents, or whoever's going to be dispositioned in a deal. We always get in contact with them first because we want to get in contact with their resources. We want to know how much they're paying. We want to know where they're buying. Once we get that information, now we got enough ammo, and we go out and then we look for the vacant land. That way, we're not shooting blindly. It's like it makes things quicker, faster. And you have some sense of direction, because if you're marketing in places where, especially with land, you're marketing in places where you have no buyer, there's no activity going on, you're not going to sell it. It's going to sit. You're going to be struggling, and you're going to be like, I can't find a buyer, and then you're going to let down the seller. But when you already have a buyer lined up, right, and then you go after these vacant lots, you get it to the buyer right away. We don't really need to market it on Facebook. We don't need to send out. When I did once upon a time do houses, I was sending out these large 1,000 email blasts like all the time. Hey, who wants this house? Right? With land, I don't have to do that. I got like 2 or 3 building companies that I work with in a certain area. I send it to those 3 guys. I take the ones with the best offer. I don't have to do much marketing for it. 1 email, and then I get an offer on it. So I think reverse wholesaling is better, even with houses. Like if you're going after houses, I would find the buyers first. Say, hey, where are you looking for houses? What year built? What kind of, how many bed and baths? Do you want a tenant or not? I would start the opposite and then work my way up front. That way you have this buyer already, and you're not just looking for buyers on Facebook or social media or something like that. So the reverse wholesale method is like the best way to go.
Yeah, and just to piggyback off DeAndre, right? Sometimes it can be very, very tedious when looking for a buyer when you have already a contract with the seller, because and I'm gonna be honest, when I first started off doing this, I didn't have a buyer intact, but when I first got my first deal, I was scrambling around looking for the buyer that was going to buy my property. I was scrambling for like 2 weeks because I had this lot under contract, and I had to make sure that I fulfilled this contract. So just looking around, and then I noticed that there was a realtor that actually purchased a lot down the same block. I got in contact with her, and then as soon as I got in contact with her, I sold her that first property that I had, and then from there, she gave me a list of her criteria of what she wanted, how much she was paying, what areas was she was buying in, and then from there, I was able to bring her 10 more deals after that. You know what I mean? And just from there, she kickstarted my whole business. That one person that I connected with kickstarted my whole wholesaling land business.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's something I really like about I'm sorry, Dan. That's something that I really like about your business model, man. And ever since I first met you guys, when you told me what you were doing, like that's freaking genius. Because even me to this day, right? We get a ranch, we blast it out, hit some agents, and the properties get sold, right? So we can't keep them in stock, right? We don't have no inventory. As soon as we blast them out, they're sold. But with you guys, the way that you do it, it's like your buyer's ready to buy 5, 10, 20 properties sometimes. Mm-hmm. That's crazy, man. So you don't have to connect with that many buyers. And so now you're like, let's just go get the lots, fill up this gentleman's, account, and he just wire you money, done.
Yeah, and I kid you not, guys, right? I just got off the phone with one of my my buyers that I actually do business with now. And these guys personally told me that, hey, Jeff, yeah, we know the recession's coming, but we don't care. We still need 1,000 lots by the end of this year. So it's like, he told me this personally today, and I'm just like, whoa, I need help. So, you know what I mean? Like, hey, wherever I can find them, I just want to make sure that I'm always there to provide value to these guys, to these building companies, or to these retail buyers, because at the end of the day, we go after the people that has money in their pocket and that's ready to go.
Right. Hey, Anthony, you gave me a word, man. You said pre-sale, and I'm like, well, it is pre-sale because what I like about the strategy is that the lots are sold before they even go on the contract. It's like I really do like pre-selling these lots. It's like drop shipping. It's like, hey, you already got your customer, right? They paid you. It's like now you got to go get the order. It's kind of like that. You already got the buyer and the seller. It's good to go. So it's kind of like what it is. I really love pre-selling the lots because I'm not going to be questioning who my buyer is. Like, I'm telling you, I kid you guys not, like 30 minutes ago, buyer said I can pay $265,000 for this vacant lot. Speaking with the seller, I know my numbers. I have leverage, right? So we're starting at 190 on the offer. And then now we got enough room to negotiate, So that's why I like pre-sale versus if I talk to the seller first, I may not know what to offer, or I may say something too high, So the pre-sale way is the best way.
Yeah, Anthony, that's the best way, honestly.
Man, so I just want to back it up real quick, Daniel. So if anybody is not in real estate, right? And I hope that there is people here that are watching, that are on the fence, that are wondering, like, should I get into real estate? What are these guys talking about? Who are these guys? So what we're doing is we're finding properties, right, at a discounted price by doing marketing, cold outreach to people that own properties. You take a property, get it under contract, and if either you can buy it yourself or you can essentially assign or sell the contract, right, to an end buyer. Yeah. So if you don't have an end buyer in place, you can get yourself in big trouble, right? Or you can end up with a contract that you can't move, let your seller down, and it leads to a weird place. So what these guys are doing is they are finding the buyers first, right? Such as builders, agents, or anybody like that that's looking to buy high volume of properties. So then all they're doing is going out and then just finding a high volume of properties. So it like eliminates half of the work, right? So it's freaking absolute genius, man. And I think it's if you're not in real estate already, even if you are and you're looking to convert to something that's probably a little bit easier, the way that these guys are doing it is really the way that it should be done. Like I said, I'm about to sign up for the mastermind right now because I think we should tweak our model just a little bit.
Yeah. So one thing I want to hop in here too is that if anybody doesn't know what areas to market, Florida is your market, right? And what type of properties are your buyers looking for? Because a lot of people, like half the battle is knowing where the buyers are. So if you guys already have the buyers, where can people market in Florida to find deals? Because that's half the battle's already done if they can work with you guys.
I mean, almost the entire state. It really depends. I'll be honest with you. It really depends on the building company and how they're moving because there's a building company maybe buying in 10 to 15 different counties in Florida. And then they're like, hey, we're full in this county. We're going to the next county, So I would just highly advise if anybody want to JV with us, they can probably shoot us a DM or email us or get in contact with us and just send whatever deals they have in Florida. And then we can evaluate it. And then if our buyer take it, then we can make money together. But it's always changing, like one of my buddies got an email today, like, hey, like the builder's canceling on one of their lots because the interest rates went up, and now they're just kind of cleaning house, canceling on some of these lots that maybe they're not in that hot of an area. So things are changing as we speak. So I might say an area right now, and then that information is obsolete like 10 minutes later.
Yeah.
No, seriously, he's not lying, guys. He's not lying. I promise you, that's literally how it is. Because these guys are always changing markets, right? And sometimes even with that, right, I'm always looking elsewhere as well, right? And even though we're in Florida, I'm also looking in North Carolina, Georgia, Texas. I mean, anywhere that has infill lots, right? Because that's our specialty. We specialize in infill lots, right? Those little quarter-acre lots, half an acre, up to an acre, right? Because that's quick money for these builders, right? They want something that they can immediately start building on, right? As far as with large acreages, right? Sometimes those deals take 3 to 6 months to go through, you know what I mean? Because they have to walk the property. They got to make sure that, Anthony, they got to make sure there's no wetlands on the property, but with these infill lots, it's a lot more quicker, right? Because it's just an infill, right? It's just a little piece of land. So these builders and these buyers, they probably need about 30-day feasibility study. So after that, we're good to close in 30 days, guys. That's why I love it, because it's quick. It's quicker, in my opinion. And I love it, man. I really do.
Yeah, that's crazy. I think what you guys are doing is amazing, man. And I'm glad you finally decided to share. Like I said, I knew you all were busy. I knew you were up to something. But I'm glad you decided to do this. I'm actually working on up in my mind a YouTube video that's called "Why Everybody Should Be a Guru," right? Because we're pointing fingers and laughing at the people that are training for a fee, right? But if you're not doing that, it's very selfish to have that information in your brain and not share it with the people around you. And I've known you gentlemen for a very long time, and I know that you have been open to giving away the information, helping people. So I think to put a little paywall between yourself and your audience is probably a great idea, because if somebody is asking you for your time, they should be willing to at least give you some sort of compensation, man. So I love the model. I think what you guys are doing is amazing. I can see this blowing up really, really quickly. And then, I can't wait to see where it leads, man. Like I said, and I've been telling Deandre for a year that I wanted to add this to our business model, and we just haven't had a chance to yet.
Hey, Anthony, because you're good at what you do, man. Like you're killing the farm and ranch. It's like, go to Anthony. You got a property that got some cows and some horses on it? Call Anthony.
And you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy that you said that, Deandre? Anthony, I actually just had a 452 acre lot that just fell on my lap today. That's, I think, near Ocala, and I think it's farmland. So I was gonna go ahead and send that to you after this to see.
Oh,
hey man, that I've never ever dealt with anything that humongous in my life. So 452 acres is foreign to me, but to Anthony, he's just licking his chops like, I love it. I want it.
I was trying to look at. There was a couple months ago. I was trying to look at 6,600 acres. It was like 36 million.
Oh, jeez Louise.
Before I could even get a walkthrough, it went under contract. Yeah, I knew it was too low. That was actually a really low price. I would say that was close to like 50 cents on the dollar at 36 million. It's
wow.
crazy. Yeah.
Boy, how do you want that? That's like a whole city.
Yeah, you're gonna drive it. You gotta either stay in your truck or you gotta get like one of those little 4-wheelers. Yeah, you can't walk it. You'll just die.
Walk it. Yeah.
You buy a Bobcat or something.
No, for sure.
Helicopter's gonna be in the budget very soon.
Yeah. When you go walk properties like that, you have to be armed, like literally, right? Because you never know what you're gonna come across. Yeah.
No, seriously. Yeah, it's a lot of acres over there.
Yeah, and I forgot to tell you guys, Daniel, Anthony, I actually did my first deal in Texas with Mr. Saltzman.
Boom!
Yeah,
nice,
exactly.
man.
I'm like, hey man, I know I'm doing it in Florida, but can this work? Can this same concept work in Texas? And it works, So so me and Daniel Saltzman did one deal, and we actually have another one on the contract that we're working on right now. That's kind of like a probate / not a probate. But yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. You can really replicate this strategy in multiple states,
Yeah, it works anywhere, guys. And just like Deandre said, he closed his deal up in Texas. I've actually closed another North Carolina deal where I made $17,500, and I didn't even need to go there. I didn't even need to get on a plane and go walk the property, right? All I did was just connect myself with somebody that's buying over there in that area, and I found him a deal just like that, and I was able to make $17,500 in less than 2 months, literally, just like that.
17 grand, dude. So we're living in a time right now where people cannot afford gas, getting harder and harder to afford food,
Yeah.
right? And so there's people out there that are they're struggling, man. I mean, it's probably not going to get any better for a little while, right? Of course, if we get into a recession, it's going to take us probably a year and a half, 2 years to pull out of it. But you guys are in a business model where you can make, somebody's like 3 months or 6 months or a year's pay on a single deal, and you don't even have to go see it.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys are going to put you on game so that you can get a paper contract states away, right, from your laptop or from your cell phone, get it under contract, send it to an end buyer, and make yourself a very, very significant amount of money. I mean, you're going to make what somebody's going to make in a year or 2 years. You're going to probably produce that next month.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
So when I see people saying they're struggling to fill up the tank with gas, I'm like, I wonder why they don't ask me how to fix this problem, right? Or if they see you guys, like, why don't you just talk to us? Like, it's going to be all right. There's no fear in my body at all about any kind of impending recession or anything. So I feel like we're kind of living like in almost like in a parallel dimension. Like we're in a whole different universe. Even if the gas went up to $20, we're still like, I still put gas in my truck. I still got to go somewhere, right?
Yeah.
So I think what we're doing is amazing, man. And I do appreciate you guys, like I said, opening it up to the public and getting ready to grow a team. So how many people do you have in the mastermind right now?
So I checked the count this morning. We're at 64 people.
Dang, man, that was
Mind
bad.
you, guys, we just dropped it last week.
64 people in a week.
Yeah, and actually we had our first live on the 15th. So that was actually the first day that we opened it up to actually everybody, which was on the 15th. But, people was hitting us up like before, like booking their spots, literally on the spot. They're like, "Hey, I want to reserve my seat. Hey, I want to reserve my seat." And they over 50 people reserved their seat before we even opened the group up to the public. So it was just like, whoa. And once we noticed that, it was like, wow, like people really, really need this knowledge,
Yeah, and I was kind of telling Jeff, I was like, man, I didn't know that this many people need help. I knew people needed help because they're in my DMs, but I didn't know how many people needed help all at once. I'm like, wow, like it filled up pretty fast. And I really like the feedback we got when we did our call last week. I mean, this week on the 15th, 2 days ago. People was like, man, we love the platform, we love the information. You guys set this up so like awesome. It's user friendly. So it's like I told Jeff, like the market has spoken. Like the market is gonna however you feel in business, whatever you're selling, whatever you're doing, the market is gonna speak to you one way or another. The market is gonna tell you whether you should do something or not. And honestly, with the amount of people we have and the positive feedback, the market has spoken. So really happy about that, and I'm happy that the people that joined are also happy. Because I'm always asking for feedback. Like I'm writing people, hey, what do you think about the platform? Hey, what do you think about the videos? Anything we should change? Hey, anything we should add? Like people like, yo, it's awesome. I'm going through it. They'll let me know. So far, so good, man. It's awesome.
So where can people sign up? Because I know we'll probably play this again in a couple weeks or so. So we'll put the link in the bio over there. But just message you online to get the link to join that.
Yeah, the if you can go to Flipping Contracts Dre on Instagram or Jeffrey Altidort, the link is going to be in our bio, and you'll be able to click that, and then you're going to hit a paywall, put in your information, card information, and then you'll be in the group right away. I do recommend when you join the group, make sure you put bio, something about yourself, because everybody that's in the group, I don't care if it groups of 300 people, I want to get to know you as a person, as an individual. Yeah. I want to know where you're from. I want to know what you do, and I want to know what got you into real estate, or why are you doing it? Because everybody has a why they're doing it. So make a bio, DM me, make a post, whatever, so I can get to know you better as a person.
Yeah.
There you go, man.
I'm gonna drop that Instagram handle inside the chat right now in the comments.
Okay. Yeah, because I just seen somebody ask, is the mastermind still open? But yes, it is. It's open now to the public. We want to definitely touch and help as much people as we can with this niche that we've been killing. But man, it's honestly truly a blessing to just even have this knowledge and to be able to spread it out to everybody and change people's lives. You know what I mean? Just like Anthony said, during these tough times, recession, people are just worried about gas, how they're going to, find their next meal. Everything is just sky high right now. But with our niche that we're doing, as long as you take action, man, you don't ever have to worry about gas. You don't ever have to worry about, finding your next meal because, the stuff that we're teaching, man, all you have to do is take action, right? Because, there's a lot of people out there that just love to just, join a course, watch videos, but sometimes they get scared to just pick up that phone or make that first dial. But with us, we make sure that you're not scared. We make sure that you're picking up that first call and dialing and calling your first seller, right? Because at the end of the day, you want to get over that hump of just fear of failure, right? And you know, that's what we try to get out of our students, right? Just to get rid of that fear, right? Because the only thing that's stopping you at the finish line is just picking up that phone call, right? Picking up that phone and dialing at the end of the day, right? Um, and in our group, we hold everybody accountable. And the goal for us, right, is to make sure everybody in that group at least closes a deal, right? That's what we want because we want people to believe that this works,
Yeah.
right? I know a lot of people out there that are thinking, oh my God, this is fast money. Look what Deandre and Jeff are doing. They're making tons of money, but they don't know the work that was behind it, right? They don't know the sweat, the blood, sweat, and tears that was behind it, right?
Yeah.
So in our group, that's what we try to preach to them, especially mindset wise, that hey man, real estate is a grind, it's slow, right? And we're not only showing everybody how to just make 5K, 10K, 15K. That's easy, right? We're showing guys how to build a business through this, right? And that's why it's called the land flipping empire, because it's bigger than us, right? You're creating an empire for your family, your loved ones. It's generational, it's deeper than you, right? So if you're worried about making 5 to 10K, hey, you can make that and leave. But hey, we're looking for other people that's worried about, creating something bigger than themselves, right? And that's why we created the group, and that's why we named it the Land Flipping Empire, because we want to show people how to build an empire from ground zero
Using Hive Mind.
using Hive Mind. Come on, man. Hive Mind. Hey, 150. Hey, 150K in escrow. All Hive Mind. All Hive Mind.
Damn.
All Hive
150
Mind.
minutes, bro. Dude, that is dope, man. I like that you make that distinction. Like, this is not a hat trick. You know what I mean? Like 5K, 10K, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not a gimmick. You know what I mean? Like,
No.
like you can do this repeatedly over and over and over again for the rest of your life until America sells out all the land.
Which I don't think it would ever sell out of land.
No, you're just gonna keep on growing in every direction, every major city.
Yeah. Come on, yeah.
So one thing I really want to segue into is Jeffrey is speaking at our event in August 25th and 26th in Fort Lauderdale. So that's where you can meet Deandre and Jeffrey. Come out live. If you're from Florida, come check us out August 25th and 26th. Tickets you can get at thehiveislive.com/summit. Thehiveislive.com/summit. Check it out. Like I said, we're going to be able to meet and greet these people live in person. And we're going to be out there. Our family's going to be there. We're going to have a great time out there. I'm really excited to meet Jeffrey because I don't think I've met Jeffrey. I haven't had a chance to meet Jeffrey.
Yeah, it's going to be my first time actually meeting you, Daniel. I can't wait. I'm excited.
Hey, yeah, we already hung out, man, over there. When I was there the last time, we went and hit the jet skis and everything without you, bro.
Yeah, I know. I was mad about it.
Man, those jet skis were fun, man. It was fun. I want to do it again.
Yeah, that was dope.
I can't wait to see you guys, man, in August.
So yeah, we're going to come a little bit early and stay a little bit late, man. So if you guys leave a day or two open for us to hang out again.
Oh,
yeah,
of course,
sure.
Anthony. Hey, anything for you guys, of course, man. This is our city. Hey, you're in our backyard, so it's gonna be our time. It's gonna be our turn this time to take you guys and treat you guys. Because last time you did that for us, Anthony. Now let me and Deandre do that. It's gonna be our turn to treat you guys.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I was just glad you guys had the time to hang out. It was super fun, man. It was dope. Yeah, and just so anybody knows that if you don't know these two gentlemen, they're really, really good, genuine guys. Yeah, when you get to know them on a more personal level, I could tell you, I spent time with these gentlemen and known them for a long time, and they have really good hearts and great souls.
I appreciate it, man.
So, man, and any final thoughts, man? The HiveIsLarge.summit.com. Their link is right there. Go check it out. So we're selling tickets right now. We're almost sold out, so check it out. We appreciate everybody that's coming out. We really want these Florida people to come out. This event is for you. For us, we did our event in Dallas because we had a lot of Texas people come out for our first event. Now we're putting it in Florida for all our Florida people. So if you're in Florida, do not miss this opportunity to come hang out with the Hive Mind. We're all going to be there. We have a lineup of great speakers, including these two gentlemen right here below me. And definitely check it out. Check out Hive Mind. Check out everything we do. Any final thoughts for the mastermind? Any thing you want to mention right here before we end it?
Closing arguments.
Closing
arguments, like we're in the courtroom. So all I have to say is that if you're on the fence about it, if you're thinking about joining, maybe whatever you've been doing isn't enough, or maybe you haven't learned what you thought you was going to learn. Just give it a shot. And the reason I tell you that is because there are people in the group that said, "Hey, you guys, I've learned more from you guys. Paid you guys $150 than I learned from a $1,000 course." You know, and and you know, I'm glad someone said that, because that happened to me. I paid $5,000 for a course, right? When I wanted to learn real estate, it was beneficial, but not as much. I paid a guy, Joe McCall, like $50, and his course took me from zero to get my first deal when I first started. So it's like, yo, I took a $50 course and I learned more than I did when I took a $5,000 course. So if you're on the fence, if you're like, man, do I want to pay for another one? I haven't done no deals yet. I want to get into real estate, but how? Just give it a shot. You know, I say just give us an opportunity to help you and to change your life. That's all for me.
Yeah, man. And just to piggyback off Deandre, what he said, same thing over here, man. Just give it a shot. You know, don't be afraid to bet on yourself and learn something new. And I can 100% guarantee you that, you know, our strategy, our niche that we've been killing it is very simple, right? All you have to do is just take action, right? And everything will just fall in your lap, right? But you know, if you have any questions or concerns, you know, feel free to DM me on Instagram or Facebook. My Instagram is my name here, Jeffrey Altidort, or you can DM Deandre on Instagram or Facebook. His Instagram is flipping contracts Dre. And you know, shoot us a DM, guys. You know, we don't bite. We love to hear from everybody. You know, we want to talk to everybody. You know, what's stopping you from joining our mastermind? Because you know, we're here to change your life as well. As long as you're ready for change, you know, we're ready to help you and get to that next level.
One thing I'll say is me and Anthony, we resonate with this, is that we support people that support people. So we're always here to support you guys and whatever you guys are doing. And we're always here to support you guys, man, because you guys are out here making a difference, and we're here to help contribute in our own way to help make a difference as well. So we're always going to align with people that want to help change the world, and we're here to support that. So thank you for contributing and making the world a better place by doing what you guys do, man. You guys are amazing, and we appreciate you. We appreciate to have the opportunity to help you.
Stop, Dan. You're about to make me cry, man.
Let's go.
Let's go. Oh man, you guys are awesome.
Go ahead,
yeah, I was gonna say that's pretty much all we have, man. Like I said, if anybody's watching this right now, if you're still on the fence, it's $150 a month. Information like this is hidden behind $5,000 and $10,000 and $20,000 paywalls, because I've hit them. I've never pulled the trigger on it, but I know for a fact what they're offering you is the same stuff that you would learn in a course that you would drop 10, 20 grand on. So for $150, get off the fence. And if you're super broke, message me. I might give you the first $150.
Hey, you heard it from the man himself. Anthony.
Hey, that's called an infinite return on investment. I'm gonna use Anthony's money to get in the group. I'm gonna make money, and then I'm just gonna disappear.
You're gonna forget about me when he gets to the top. All right, gentlemen, we appreciate you, man. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, and look forward to seeing you guys again real soon.
All right, thank you guys. Appreciate it.